All right, guys, we got Jesse over here. Jesse was at a crossroads with his business before we talked. We did this about 4 weeks ago that we talked, and he was in between giving his business one last shot with whatever he tried. He tried a lot of things before, and Jesse is going to tell us more about that. But basically, he tried everything. Angie's List, Home Advisor, things were not working, and then we were able to just kind of meet each other through the ads, and we started working. And now Jesse closed about 40 grand in contracted jobs, and we're just here to hear about it. So, yeah, Jesse, if you can just tell us, what was your situation, and you can just kind of let us know, what you tried before and where you were, and just what happened after that.
So pretty much what you said. I tried all kinds of different things. When you're trying to go out on your own like that, you got to have marketing, and you can only try unless you know
Mhm.
someone firsthand that used somebody. Then you're just trying. You're just shooting in the dark. And I did that for it was almost a year. I probably spent, I mean, at least 10 to 15 grand on SEO, on Home Advisor, on Yelp, on all these different things. And I when I say I got no jobs, I'm not exaggerating. I got zero projects for all that money. I got nothing. I did get a few
Mhm.
estimates from Yelp, but
Mhm.
they're usually just tire kickers. They weren't serious. There's no vetting. They send that lead to 15 other people. I don't know. And
Yeah.
so I had seen your advertisement a few times, but same thing. I'm like, nah, it's just an advertisement or whatever. And whatever made me give you a call. And I think it took about a week before my ads were running, and I literally got a lead the next day, like by 10 a.m. I don't even think they were running for 4 hours. I
Yeah.
didn't. It wasn't the best lead, but it was still a lead. And when you're going on your own, like just the fact that someone is calling you, it does something in your mind. You're like, ooh, this
Mhm.
is working. So,
Yeah.
you know, that one didn't end up selling, and I got a couple here and there that didn't, come through, but it didn't take long, and I've already got 4 jobs sold. Good ones
And
too. I mean,
what time frame?
it hasn't even been a month, I believe.
Yeah, I
three
think it's like
weeks.
3 weeks, right? Maybe four.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Um, and I've sold three patio covers, and one more. It's going to be a sell. I haven't sold that one yet, but it's pretty much a done deal. We're just working out the final details. He's adding stuff, but I mean that puts me at like 40,000 in revenue.
That's
You know,
crazy. It's insane. From zero,
yeah,
right? From things you've tried
from
before.
from negative.
From negative,
I
yeah, negative
I could
15.
barely afford to get on, any more advertising. I had to call a couple friends. I mean, I was literally about to go work for somebody else. Like I was
Yeah.
done. I had to
It,
sell a couple equipment. My dump trailer, my boat was for sale. I was just,
mhm.
you know, but
Yeah. I remember when we talked about that. It's insane I mean, where you were 3 weeks ago compared to where you're at now, it's like nothing happened. And
yeah, yeah.
you're just like now you're just thriving, man. And the fact that you just snapped that quick, it's amazing. It just says the kind of business owner you are pretty quick. So, like when you reached out, like what made you kind of, I guess, like decide to just, take the leap of faith and just do this for your business?
Um, Mostly because you concentrated on patio covers, and that was one thing that I had a hard time with. It does other companies. It's not that they can't get you found in leads, they can, but they're not familiar with patio covers, pergolas, sunrooms, screen rooms. They don't know the
Hmm.
lingo. They don't know, like, you're not in the right category. And like I was getting calls for, can you assemble my Costco pergola? And I'm just like, that's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
you
that's like
know and
nothing.
Yeah, so that's what made me do it, because it seemed like you actually knew the industry, and that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of the things I'm thankful for, just like because I was the marketing director for a seven-figure patio cover business. So like being straight in the niche, it's like I think
Mhm.
there's only maybe I've seen like a couple of people doing it, but no one has like direct, experience in the industry. So that's kind
Yeah.
of like why I'm here, helping contractors. So,
Hmm.
kind of going back, right? Like when we first talked, you moved to Texas from California, right? To kind of pursue
Yeah.
the business.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do when I first came out here, because it wasn't that popular in my area.
Hmm.
These type of patio covers and pergolas.
Yeah.
Um, I built a ton of them out in California, but I was working for a big company. I was just an
Yeah.
installer or whatever. But
Hmm.
I came out here, and that's what I was trying to do, is kind of not introduce it because obviously it's here. There's two suppliers, uh, 2.5, 3 hours from me, Houston and Dallas. There's Four Seasons Building Products, and
Mhm.
then there's a Struck Doll, and then one more. There's a couple suppliers. It didn't really do well out here at the time. So, or maybe it was doing well. I just didn't know you yet. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
I mean, maybe you're making it popular there now, who knows?
Yeah.
Because for
So
the most part, I've seen in Texas, like it's mostly like cedar, like wood patios, where you're like actually putting aluminum in there.
yeah, it is. And a lot of people that when you tell them about it, they'll be like, "Oh, really?" And then they like it.
Yeah,
So
because it
it's not
lasts.
that they, yeah, it's not that they don't want it. It's just
Mhm.
they don't know about it.
Right,
So
right. Yeah. So, I mean, like, how do you feel now, though? Like, now that you know that there's actually something that works out there for your specific industry compared to where you were before, about to quit your business and just kind of work for someone else. How do you feel now? That it's possible to be able to grow your business and just be successful with it.
um, oh, I don't know. I feel like it's just gonna get better. I'm just gonna get more and more and more. I'm already kind of searching around for help because I'm not gonna be up. I got two estimates tomorrow, so and I'm
Sweet.
trying to put in all my electrical and everything. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna? It wasn't a problem before. I didn't. That's what I want to do. Is I want to be going out and being is in contact with customers as possible and selling jobs and then having people install. And
Right.
I never really thought I'd get to that point, but I can see it happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's in less than a month, you're already getting to that point, and it's a good thing being that overwhelmed because that means you're getting ahead, of the curve. And like you're getting to the point where like you're gonna have to focus on sales to grow the business more. Because
Hmm.
if we were doubling down on what we're doing right now, like you're gonna be at the seven-figure mark at that point, if you do double the sales at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, what are your plans now that you're kind of like figuring out that you're gonna need help building to sell more? What are your plans?
I mean, I just got to kind of get myself out of the hole. So I'm going to have to build with a helper for a while. I don't have a choice. But like you
Mhm.
said, doubling down, I didn't. My goal has always been when I came out here, my goal was to sell the jobs and to have at least three crews building full time. And,
Yeah,
with trucks and, I wrapped my truck. I told you, I want my truck to be wrapped. I want my company to be known
yeah.
out here.
Tell
And that,
tell us about that, man. Tell us about the dog and how everyone loves you in town.
yeah, yeah, I wrapped my truck and I put my dog on there. It just, I don't know. He's a logo. He's the or the mascot. I mean,
Yeah,
um,
you take it to every meeting.
yeah, I do. So when they find me, I show up and now you pull up and you big wrap truck and you look like a real company and
Yeah.
people need that because there's a lot pro again. There we
Ah, it
go.
froze. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, based on this, like, just kind of again going through that story, right? Like from your experience now, knowing that, like, bringing your dog and like putting it up, putting your logo in the truck and everything, how important is branding?
It, I would say that's one of the most important, honestly.
Mhm.
Um,
Why?
it's just they got to know that you're established, that you're not just
Yeah.
someone that, oh yeah, I can do that. You're a drywaller, but I could build your patio. I could do tile. I could build you a pool. They don't. That's not what's going to earn their like trust. They want to know that you are a real company, and you know I think branding is really important. And I never did that before, and I'm noticing it
Yeah.
that it's
It's,
helping a lot
oh yeah, it just builds the trust, and trust makes more sales for you. So
for
definitely.
sure.
Yeah. And I got a couple more questions here for you, Jesse. So
Huh?
just kind of curious, right? Like what kind of I guess, like, how did things change for you, not only for your business, but like in your personal life, now that you know that you can make sales consistently with Facebook and Instagram ads?
Well, I mean, honestly, starting a business from scratch is not for everybody. It is
Oh yeah.
not. It's for very few people. Everybody thinks they can do it, but you get it is a it's a mind F.
Yeah.
Crazy. It really is. And
Yeah.
it's like you have $10,000 sitting in your safe today, and you have, hey, can I borrow 20 bucks for gas the next day? And you can't, it's just a lot of people give up. And
Yeah.
now that I see it, I can get the sales and everything. It does something to your mind.
It really
Yeah,
does.
big time. Yeah. So
Yeah.
now
It
it's
kind of,
like I'm motivated.
yeah, it flips the switch right away, like
Big
overnight.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Now you can just keep going and, just not give up. And we're going to keep growing this thing, to the, like they say, to the moon. So
Yeah.
one last thing here, man, for the people here watching
Hmm.
that, maybe are in the same boat that you were, or maybe are just kind of struggling, trying to find out ways to grow the business, what would you say to them?
I mean, they don't know me personally, but I I have a lot of respect for people that try to start their own business, and I wouldn't try to steer people to waste their money because, yeah, I mean, it's hard. Um, I would definitely recommend trying you out. I mean, you told me you prove yourself. I'm like, well, okay, everybody says that, and then it was way beyond what I thought would happen. I mean, big time.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. And that's what we do here. We work together, we communicate, we make sure that everything's going smoothly, to make sure that you have success. Because like that's the one thing that a lot of companies lack, and it's just not caring enough, not caring enough. And
Mhm.
that's why most contractors get burned because there's no communication, no strategy. And for the most part, these companies don't know how to advertise for your kind of business, for patio covers, like outdoor
No.
living contractors. So having like that firsthand experience and bringing that to you and working as a team, that's really what makes the difference in this case. And you've seen it now, and we're going to keep
Oh
growing
yeah.
this
I
thing
mean,
to the
even if
moon.
I stuck with what I've got right now, if I average $40,000 a month in revenue, that's what, 480 a year in revenue.
Yeah, almost half a
I
million.
mean,
It's crazy.
yeah, and I don't want to discuss my numbers or whatever. My prices are real low right now, and I'm still gonna make what, 14, 15 grand this month. I don't know, something like that. That's
Yeah,
pretty good from having no jobs and working for other people,
in one
to,
month.
yeah. And this ain't a month's worth of work either. I mean, I just started 2 days ago. I got these 4 jobs. It's like 3 weeks of work.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, let's
you know,
build, man, so we can sell more.
for
Get closer
sure.
to that million. Awesome, man. Well, Jesse, I appreciate you. I really appreciate you taking the time for this. I just think your story is amazing. I helped two people this past month start from zero.
Mhm.
You were one of them. The other
I
guy,
wasn't zero. I was negative.
you were
I was,
imagine that
I was
negative.
negative. I had to borrow money to even get going with you. I really did.
Yeah, no, and now you're pretty much living the dream, man. You made it in one month what people get it paid in a whole year. It's crazy. And
Yeah.
then like I helped you and I helped this other company. The other company made 64K in patio
Ooh.
covers as well. So imagine that. Like we're gonna get to that point as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse, appreciate that. Just want to share the story from negative to 40K in one month. I think it was just amazing. And I just want to tell people here, if you're still relying on Angie's List, Home Advisor, word of mouth, or anything that's not working, like Jesse tried and lost money, maybe it's time to try social media, right? Maybe it's like Jesse did, take the leap of faith, get the work done, and then just change your life forever. So, yep. With that said, Jesse, appreciate it again. You're
Yeah.
awesome, man. Let's keep crushing.
All right. Well, thank you.